All right, guys. So I just wanted to point out a few of the elements for your journal I saw as I read. I thought it'd be easier if, that it might help y'all if I kind of showed you some that I noticed as I read. Um, so I'll show you an example of a Kenning. So this one is a Christian influence right here. Our Father in heaven, ruler of the earth, for all this that His grace has given me, allowed me to bring to my people while breath still came to my lips. And so this is a Christian influence um, because it Beowulf um, acknowledges God um, um, as the ruler of heaven and earth, and he um, and he talks about grace, which is that is an important thing to the Christian faith. So that could be an example of a Christian influence. I sold my life for this treasure. I sold it well. Um, so Beowulf is leaving a legacy for his people. This part could also, this last part could be a reference to a pagan influence, um, because have the brave Geats build me a tomb when the funeral flames have burned me, and build it here at the water's edge. Um, so this is a pagan influence because um, this is a tradition of Anglo-Saxon warriors. Um, so they believed in having a um, funeral pyre, um, and you would burn that person's ashes, and you would burn them with their armor, because they believed that if you died in battle, and if you died a warrior, then that was their way of sending you to Valhalla, which was their heaven. Um, and then there were a couple kennings, and so those might help y'all out. There is a lot of mention of God, because um, this is Beowulf's end. Um, so just say this could be an example of a kenning right here, because this is a reference to Beowulf, the Geats' great prince. Um, and then right under that, it talks about fate. And so we know that that is an example of weird, or the idea of something being predestined. So the monster came quickly toward him, pouring out fire and smoke, hurrying to its fate. So this is a pagan influence. Weird because the Uh, Dragon is fated to die fighting Beowulf. Right? And so, Beowulf is fighting against fate. Um, the Geats is Ringgiver. This is an example of a kenning, um, because the kenning is because this is talking about Beowulf as a king, because your king during that time always gave rings or they gave gifts, so they would be called the ring giver. Um, and so on and so forth. So, and then also at this point, you also have to look at that. If Beowulf is fighting his last fight, then this could be an example of a heroic ideal, because the hero is standing up for his people. And maybe even if you want to look at the dragon as being evil, then that could be good versus evil, and so on and so forth. So, if y'all have any more questions, just shoot me a message and let me know. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.